My name is Hiram Reese. I serve my mission in Nicaragua, Managua North. I study Spanish with an emphasis in Spanish translation, and I'm a junior at BYU.
Slide on the pimp gang with my pinky ring.
Choose to be a minority. I was born in Portland, Oregon in 1995. My family has always lived in Washington, but both of my parents are from Utah. And within my family, there is little to no diversity. We live in a pretty homogeneously white environment as to, our friend groups, our social circles, and especially because we're members of the church, I had an underexposure to diversity growing up. I grew up with the concept that there was nothing else out there as far as political diversity, social diversity, and even skin color. It wasn't until I came to BYU that it was the first time that I'd thought about race or thought that race mattered or had an impact in the lives of other people. My decision to join the Black Student Union at BYU stemmed mainly from friendships that I had made with different students of color at BYU, being involved in multicultural groups. I was invited by one of my really close friends to attend the B1 celebration that the church put on in June to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the release of the ban on the priesthood and temple blessings to black people or people from African heritage. And at the event, my eyes were opened to a history of oppression and a history of hurt and pain that I had never been exposed to as a child. And I was really deeply touched by these issues that I felt completely disconnected from. And I decided that I would come back to BYU with a different, renewed perspective and be recommitted to help solve the problems that I felt that up until that point in my life, I was participating in the causation of those problems. Maybe without being conscious of it, I had been, the cause of someone else feeling oppressed because of the color of their skin. And so my decision to join the Black Student Union was really me committing myself to open my eyes and open myself to education and educational experience. I kind of pushed myself into that predominantly black space with the fear of getting rejected, but I also was humble and knew that I wasn't there to bring anything to the table. I was there to be quiet, to listen, and to see if there was any way I could be educated and leave the Black Student Union and become, a positive force of change on the campus of BYU, and also being a positive force of change within the culture and society of our church. I'm not friends with black people because I act black, or friends with multicultural people because I think I'm something that I'm not. It comes from respecting their space, being a participator, and being yourself. Through my participation in the Black Student Union, I've really learned to reach outside myself, choose to be a minority, and I've learned to love lives that really weren't my own, connect to problems that weren't my own. And I can honestly tell you it has changed my aspect on politics, it's changed my perspective on the way society runs, and it's changed the way I practice my religion and view Jesus Christ and his gospel. An ally isn't somebody who chooses to be an ally and forces themselves into that identity. An ally is somebody of love and of trust who is given that identity by the community they seek to represent. The lessons I've learned have been so valuable, and I know that I've come to BYU to learn, and I'm going to go forth and leave BYU, and no matter where I go, no matter where I live, I will always choose to be a minority and choose to get proximate to the groups of people I feel like are being oppressed or trodden down upon. My name is Hiram, and I am BYU.